So, we're continuing where we left off with Gintama. Chapter 671. So, this is the 2 year time skip. So, after the fight with the Liberation Army and with Utsuro. So, yeah, I think this is pretty much the like final arc of the whole series. And yeah, I guess the only filler left would be, I wonder if they'll show it, the marriage of Kondo. But yeah, I think that's pretty much the only remaining thing left aside from the full Gintama final movie. So, but we're still, I think, we're still a lot of chapters. I think maybe 50 or maybe 40. There's still a lot of chapters, and you guys mentioned that, yeah, my last read through with Shinpachi, that most of the fights, it didn't happen, it happened shortly in the anime, and it's much more, I guess, more detailed here in the manga. And yeah, I guess it kind of felt like that, and there's a lot more, I guess you could feel the hopelessness even more here in the manga than in the anime. Because yeah, I think they were able to overcome Utsuro very quickly, but here they really struggled. There's a lot more, I guess, showing of casualties, and it looked more dire, and it looked very more vicious compared to in the anime. So which is, I guess, which made it even more emotional, the moment with Shinpachi and the others. So without further ado, let's continue reading 671, Revolutionary. And yeah, yeah, I remember now. The little Tama, I finally found you. I've been looking for you for so long. I've so wanted to meet you, Daddy. It's heaven. The Final Fantasy has bared its fangs at me. My God, Shinpachi, it could not be you. No, don't jump to any conclusions, Otose-san. No, you've got it all wrong, Catherine-san. I guess the only disappointing thing for me is that, I guess, with Kondo, man, I'm really shipping is Otae and Kondo. I was hoping that maybe it's different in the manga, but yeah, poor Kondo. What do I what do I have wrong? At some point in time, when no one was paying attention, you changed your hairstyle to look more attractive. What's going on now? Has nothing to do with my hairstyle. You certainly have grown up in those 2 years the readers weren't watching, haven't you? But you did with what you did, so you're going to have to take responsibility. No! I don't know anything about. This is a trap. The Final Fantasy is trying to ensnare me. Do not try to act dumb. You were the only one doing any ensnaring. And if anything like that did happen in the past 2 years, it would be really weird for the child to be this big already, right? Weird? Daddy, is it because I'm weird that you can't be my dad? No, that's not what I meant. Wait, no, I guess it is what I meant. Paco mouth opening and closing. You're just despicable. Not only did you change your whole image when nobody was but you are even making a children cry. No, that's not what. Then let's see some proof. If you will go so far to deny it, then you must have some way to prove your innocence. Well, I see. I knew this guy was guilty. I'm a virgin. Yeah, I remember this one. In these 2 years, I shifted the part in my hair over little by little to change the image without anybody noticing. But my lower half still has a buzz cut and is drinking ramune at the neighborhood candy store. Yeah, we know. Then why'd you have to make me say it? We just get annoyed that you are acting like you grew up in those 2 years and parted your hair, not despite being a cherry. Then maybe I ought to just make it a buzz cut too. Damn it, cherry. Yeah, mommy, they said that man is cherry. Hey, now look what you went and made the kid here. Hey, mommy, what's a cherry? Can cherries not be? Well, a cherry is a being that has abandoned the primary directive of an organism, which is to procreate. In other words, a piece of junk. Make sure you add that to your data, okay? And like I've told you over and over, this isn't your mommy, she's you. Cute. Understood. Tama-san, Kin-san. In the 2 years since then, most of the machines have turned into hunks of junk in order to protect this planet have been repaired and returned to normal. But no matter how I try to fix her, that one just won't open her eyes. She's an irregular robot that was originally made by the genius Hayashi Ryuzan. Even with all my skill, there are still probably parts of her I can entirely understand. If I were to describe the problem, I would say that there may be an invisible screw that my screwdriver can reach, and that logic won't extend to. Huh. So she's kind of a different build from us machines built by a boorish old man. Back then, she took as much of the burden on herself as she could, in order to keep the damage done to us machines as minimal as possible. Otherwise, forget being piles of junk. We'd be piles of metallic cinders. Compared to her, we're a bunch of poorly put together plastic models. She's not the kind of thing you can fix by the turn of a screw. But while we were pondering if there was anything we could do, we came up with this little one. Puyo. Unit 01 Mini. We call her Tamako. We place a copy of Tama inside her. Of course, we don't have the ability to copy all of Tama, but because she's been formatted, she doesn't have any memories. So her data is full of holes. But we can't just bring ourselves to just let this one sleep. So we wanted to get whatever out, even if it was a copy or whatever. We wanted to show her the Edo she protected. That's why Tamako was born. While Tama is sleeping, she'll be Tama's eyes. Someday when she wakes up, what Tamako has seen will become what Tama has seen. It would be unfair for her to be the only one not having any memories from all that time. Well, I wish you just said that. You just said to begin. She mistook who I was and was calling my daddy or something. That's necessarily incorrect. Tama, the machine was made by Ryuzan, but Tama, the friend, was made here with you all. I have no idea what screw Tama is missing right now, but if that noisy bunch were here in Edo now, she might actually wake up being unable to sleep with all the ruckus. Gengai-san, I know they're not here in Edo anymore, and even if they were, something as convenient as that probably wouldn't happen. But still, we're lucky. In this city of Edo, there's still someone who will solve whatever trouble you might have. Ayorozuya. So in the end, it's like I really did suddenly have a kid. So what exactly did Gengai-san want me to do? While full Unit 01 is sleeping, you are to gather as much data for me as possible. When Unit 01 wakens, that data will be restored into her memory. To summarize, show me lots of different things, Daddy-sama. Could we nix the daddy thing? Also, you really do talk like Tama-san, don't you? My apologies for earlier. That was a plan to leech off you to get oil to eat for free. It was Kintoki-sama's suggestion, but it would seem the nobleman's legitimate child plan would not work on you, Cherry-sama. And would you knock it off with the chair stuff? And I can't believe they did all that just to save some money on their oil bill. But he told me you would definitely take me in. He said because the Yorozuya is a bunch of perverts that always have a little girl. What the hell does that guy think of us? But it is quite strange when everyone talks about the Yorozuya. Even when they're disparaging, they sound somewhat lonesome. I heard that you broke up, but please give me the data as to why. How about you add this to your data? Don't ask such blunt questions to people you only just met. Then would you please give me data on the chances of the Yorozuya forming? Did you not hear what I just said? None, probably. Why is that? Because everyone had things they needed to do. So did all of the others leave here because they had something they had to do besides being Yorozuya. And the reason you stayed was because you did not have anything besides being a Yorozuya that you needed to do, Shinpachi-sama? Shinpachi, the ball's in your court. Is there anything you want to do? Yeah, there was. I wanted to help out with restoring the city, to train myself in the sword, to keep active in Otsu-chan's Imperial Guard, and I want to restore my father's dojo. Hey, so you're saving that for last, huh? That sure is a lot, ain't it? Yeah, so, oh, I'll be okay. Go ahead, go do what you need to do. I had lots of things I both had to and wanted to do. I thought I did, but what am I still doing things like this? What am I still doing things like this? You there, hold up. Pardon me. Could I talk to you for a minute? They're already suspecting him. Are you two siblings? No. Then are you father and daughter? That's not it, is it? Well, so we're sort of friends, I guess. With that big difference in ages, I'm being questioned by the police just for walking around with the little kid. I'm sorry, supervision has been very strict since the new government formed. Just as per regulations, would you mind blowing into this a bit? Huh? But I haven't been drinking. And we'd like to see some identification, please. Huh? But I'm sorry, but the thing is, this girl is actually a robot girl. I'm just sort of temporarily taking care of her. No. The hallucinogenic symptom seems to be progressing quite a bit. Yes, no doubt about it. This guy's using. How much exactly am I being suspected of? You're past the specified value. But I haven't really been drinking or doing anything strange. Do you understand? When you go past this grade, it means yeah, veg. What kind of examination is this? How can you tell the power level of my lower half by me breathing? Over the age of 18, going around with a small girl you're not related to. 1:20 p.m. Arrested for unlawful possession of pedo. I don't remember seeing this in the anime. This definitely did not happen in the anime. I don't remember him being arrested. Oh, I guess it did. Because I think this is Nobume. I guess this is, yeah, I remember Nobume also appeared. So I remembered this part. I guess I don't remember him being arrested. Hey, what? Just how heavy-handed are you, police? You're not serious, are you? Someone help, please wait. What are you people doing? Do you know who that is? Director, no, director. That is one of the heroes that saved this country. That's not someone you newcomers can judge. In his face. Will this end in seppuku? Or will it end with you being cut down by me? Director of Police, Imai Nobume. Make her decision. Pedophilia. Man, she looks so cool. While we've arrived at a new era, it is still bound by some old customs. First on that list is the low social status of women. In this upcoming era, I want to make a society of people that can each flourish on their own. So much that the women aren't beat out of by the men. And most of it takes at least that much resolve. For a girl like me to run this country while contending with crafty political enemies, Nobume-san is a symbol of such women. As the first female director of police, she has been handed the task of strengthening the foundation for our new era. I'm going to sweep away all of the powers and violence used to oppress women in order to pave the way for a world where everyone can be free. What do you think, Shinpachi-san? The new government's police sure seem reliable, don't they? Soyohime. Mind if I ask you a question? Is there no police in the new government that'll sweep away powers and violence that oppress men? I kinda wanna call 110 right now. I'm not entirely sure I understand what you mean. Look at me. Isn't it obvious you natural sadist? I got treated like a pedo and arrested just for walking around with a little girl. Please do something. Huh? You were arrested. I think there must be some mistake. We have no jails for putting pedophiles in the posing of the criminal immediately after arrest. Is the law of the new government. What kind of law is that? I heard about the circumstances from Tamako as an apology. We requested he clean the windows. I'm undergoing the punishment as an apology? You bastard. There's no future for the men in this country anymore. So this is the Edo that unit of Chiron protected. I will add it to my data. Hey, don't show Tama-san stuff like this. And anyhow, Nobumi-san, are you really cut out for a job like director of police? I have no interest in power, but I could not simply abandon a princess. You look like you're getting pretty used to the whole power thing to me. We fought through the war and crushed Utsuro's ambitions, but this country has not escaped destruction yet. We're still a weakened country facing pressure for foreign countries. There's discord with remnants of the former government. If we let our guard down, the country will fall into pieces again. Especially if we throw the princess alone into the band of old foxes in back. The new country we fought so hard to raise would be snatched away then and there. Against opponents like them, yes. Being crafty in how you work and having a cynical disposition is best. So until those foxes settle down, I intend to put up with sitting in this chair despite how uncomfortable it is. Nobumu-san, thank you. How are the Shinsengumi doing? They did so much. I would think it's just reasonable for them to be on the course for success, right? I know Kondo-san married the gorilla and design, but what about everyone else? It is certainly true that their sword cut open the path to a new era. But while a sword that cuts too far is a strength in turbulent times, it's always hated in peaceful times. It's quite ironic. Lord Matsudaira, though they opened the door to the new era, they were hated by that new era. No, they were thrown away by the fearsome man chosen by that new era. What's this? This is a summary of the measures the new government handed down to the Shinsengumi over the course of a month. Give it a read. Hijikata Toshiro. Demotion. Saito Shimaru. Resignation. Okita Sogo. All the top brass cat. Kondo's gorilla marriage was just the beginning. He just suddenly appeared in the world. He expanded his power in the blink of an eye and coolly eliminated his political opponents. In a way unlike anything I've ever seen or heard before. It's not just the era. He changed government itself. And before we knew it, he was standing there at that podium. Yes, his name is... And here is our first Prime Minister, Donald Jerome Kun's greeting. It's not Jerome. It's Scott Jerome. This country is done for. Question corner. Yamanashi Prefecture Spain name Yamamoto-san. Question. I have a question. Which has more people? The Mimawarigumi or the Shinsengumi? The Mimawarigumi, but after Isaburo's rebellion, those people were all absorbed into the Shinsengumi and became a major source of strength for the Shinsengumi. Yeah, I remember now that what happened with Jerome. Be careful with crypto. Now then, commemorating the establishment of our national parliament building, our leader and the first prime minister, Donald Trump, will give a greeting. It's not Trump, it's Katsura. Ah, sorry, my mistake. That's just a little habit of mine. When I said Katsura just then, I meant it as as in wig, not like a name. I just figured I should get that out in the open before the media gets wind of it on their own. I am Japan's first Prime Minister, Donald Trump. I'm saying this up here on this platform representing all of you. But I am not better or more special than any of you, just like all of you out there. I am an ordinary human that eats, defecates, and sleeps. Up until now, you have been carried by a king called a shogun, and lived out lives relying on his administration. We could blame all the bad things on him and his bakufu, and not take responsibility for our own way of living, or the state of our own country. Because of that, we lost our kings, and that which they carried on their backs and protected, we must not let go to waste. They said themselves this country no longer needs a shogun, that each of us should bear responsibility for deciding our own way of living, that an era has come in which unless we combine our strengths to support the country, we will not last. Yes, every last citizen in this country is a small king that has stood up on this flat platform. In each of our chests, the king still live. So let us live so they can rest without shame. And let us make a country they would be proud of. When we countless kings join hands and unite as a country, the sad past will become our pride. That day will not be the day our country became rubble. It will be the day our country was born. Yeah. Huh? Hey, look, it can't be. You crook warping our country's history. Suffer this divine punishment. And it's, on that note, bang. I would like to establish new rules to be the foundation to our new country. That is this country's constitution. The basics of what we all build together have been recorded here. Each of you can get it as a free extra in Jump Sunday magazine. Was she just stabbed? Wasn't that an assassin? Donald Trump, we will deliver divine punishment to all traitors that encroach on our country. The path for us to walk is a long and harsh one. But if we work together, I am certain that we can accomplish our goals. So this is your new country. Can't be that great if all it took was a few bullets to make it fall apart, can it? So, you did not bring any harm to others. Your only target is me. I never thought I would be the one on the side receiving divine punishment. I cannot repudiate you. The direction of people like you may be different than mine, but you're undeniably a source of energy for moving the country. But allow me to give you one piece of advice. Real divine punishment isn't so soft. You who call yourselves revolutionaries, you must be more wary of the changing era. That kind of divine punishment is old hat. So as of now, you're fired. How ironic it is that, I guess, people now are doing revolutions against Katsura. I see. You failed, don't sweat it. Yeah, and there'll be other changes. Well, there you have it. That's their princess rival. Our country's first prime minister, Donald Trump, Katsura Kotaro. You were just acting as the mastermind behind an assassination of the prime minister, weren't you? What kind of idiot would entrust a country to a former terrorist? I'll give you that the structural reform proposals he's made are revolutionary. But this and that are completely different things. You allied yourself with him before, right? Why go back to how things are now? That was no more than some wolves temporarily having the same prey. With that prey gone, it's a battle for territory. But I mean, you owe him, don't you? After all he did when you were captured on Kokuja Island. You understand, don't you, Matsudaira? What I am trying to open is not the cell you are locked in. It is a door to a new era. If we escape this island and a time to reorganize the country comes, yeah, whether it's with the back of war or with the new government, I'll make sure you get an influential post. If you live anyhow. Well, I thought for sure he was gonna die somewhere along the... No, you totally created that monster prime minister, didn't you? Nah, in that situation, I had to say that sort of thing. My thinking was that it would be a one-time appointment where if he became a nuisance, we could eliminate him. But that guy just doesn't die. The new government sounds way darker than the old one. Then the one you started the whole thing was you. The Shinsengumi being crushed was your fault too then, right? Once he's eliminated, they'll come back. On that note, Yorozuya with regards to why I'm talking to you about all this. Have you ever killed anyone? No way in hell. What the hell are you trying to make me an accomplice to? Did you think you still had that sort of choice after listening to all that? You've got two choices, kill or take this with... Okay, I guess I'll kill them. That's enough, Kuriko. That man remembered, didn't he? The promise he made back then. The king is still alive, huh? That may be right. I'm sure he'll make a wonderful country. Just watch him and see. Oh, I see. Zura, huh? Sounds like Edo's about to have to be an even more interesting town than it was before. This really isn't a laughing matter, Tatsuma-san. It may be fine for you traveling around out in space in your plastic model ship. But we have to live in the country that guy made if nobody does anything. I have added to my data that Shinpachi-sama has quit being a Yorozuya and has become an assassin. Oh yeah, I think this is where Kagura appears. Hey, don't say stuff like that. And don't analyze everything I do. But you took the money and we came to the rendezvous point, didn't we? I came here to stop it from happening, obviously. Despite what the princess is saying, the arrangements have already been made. Meet my comrades at the pier and take the weapons they give you. Katsura won't go down easy, so I got a pretty crazy weapon from some first-class assassins and black market merchants. Tatsuma-san, isn't there anything you can do? You're the only one that can stop him. At this rate, Edo's gonna turn into another torrent of chaos. What are you doing right now? Where are you? I'm kinda preoccupied at the moment with work. I started a new business venture and separated from the Kayantai. To make a long story short, I got involved with some cryptocurrency business and now I am on a ship called the S4. Then could you take that to Earth as soon as possible? Well, right now the ship's taking me pretty far away. Oh, I think this guy is from a different anime. I think he's a reference from a different anime. What's the name of the anime? I think it's a gambling anime. Kinda bet a lot of money, and now I'm walking on a super suspended height. Steel beam. You went bankrupt, didn't you? Yes, a note. Was it Bitcoin? Did you lose all your money on Bitcoin? Shinpachi-gun, would you help a guy out of the jam? You're the only one that can help me here. I'm the one asking you for help. Yeah, I got that. Then how about I send help to you and you send help to me? I'm pretty sure Mutsu's doing some work on Earth. This is a parody of Kaiji. Okay, yeah, Kaiji, a series about super high stakes gambling. Go read Kaiji if you haven't. It's a great series. Also, when this manga gonna end. I have added that to my data. The captain of the Kayantai Sakamoto Tatsuma has perished. Hey, don't say grim stuff like that. I'm sure he's perfectly fine. He may be an idiot, but I really don't want him dying. Who's gonna fix the situation? He said he'd send Mutsu-san, but is he gonna be able to get in touch with her? Hey, are you the one receiving the goods? The black market salesman? No, not exactly. Yes, he is the Yorozuya that will do anything from murder to arms smuggling. Hey, did I say something that was incorrect? Boss, I seem to be arguing about something. No matter, hurry and hand over the goods and seize the money. It doesn't matter who the customer is or what they're using for the goods for, as long as they can pay for them. That is how we black marketeers operate. Yo. I can hardly believe it. Forget coming to help us. I never would have thought you were in this maelstrom too, Mutsu-san. It wasn't just you Earthlings that had various troubles 2 years ago. Us out in space had our own problems. Back then, we were caught in the collapsing Aminatori ship and our ship was mostly turned into space dust. On top of that, in an attempt to recoup the losses, that idiot invested all the money he had left into cryptocurrency. Well, sure enough, it all went down the drain and we were left penniless. At this point, we weren't even able to maintain the Kayantai, so we temporarily disbanded, swearing to reconvene one day. Then we started finding out our own ways to raise money to revive the Kayantai. What kind of way is that? Forget reforming, you'll never come back again from that. These are apologies of boss type kaiji time. Oh. Using the skills I learned in the old days along with some volunteers from the Kayantai, I started a somewhat grey business. You've totally got a pirate market there, there though. It kinda looks like more like you're closer to the dead of night black side of things. This coming from an assassin who brings a child around with him. I told you that, well, I suppose both of us are having a hard time due to our idiot superiors then. Honestly, what a bunch of oddballs Joey for Heavenly Kings are. They work absurdly hard during times of war. And then in a peaceful world, one bankrupts a company and get themselves sold off. And one starts pretending to be a politician despite being a terrorist. Then the other two go off who knows where so nobody can find them. Did you hear? It's not just your general that disappeared for these 2 years. Or strictly speaking, I should say his corpse disappeared. That man suffered nearly fatal wounds in the battle with the Liberation Army. The kind where it was a wonder he was alive at all at that point. It was just a matter of waiting for death at that point. He shouldn't have been able to move. But back then, I'm certain I saw him. Within the shaking ship, like a ghost, he was up on his feet and that man still kept walking. That was the last time I saw him. After the war ended, we searched every nook and cranny of the ship. But we didn't find him anywhere, not even as a corpse. Shinpachi, where exactly are your generals? Do you think that maybe those two disappeared for the same reason and that Takasugi-san is still alive? I don't know. I just have an odd uneasiness in my chest. The same goes for these weapons we're smuggling. Even for a political power struggle, do they really need all this firepower? It's like it's not enough to start a whole new war. Maybe everyone senses it. That maybe nothing is really ended. Mutsu-san, never mind, part of being black market salesman is selling to your customers, whomever they are, whatever they're planning to use the goods for. Take it. We got our hands on that ultimate weapon you ordered. As long as you've got this, no matter how tough a security team your assassination target is, or what country you're trying to take down, it should be easy. What is this? By the way, that feeling of uneasiness I was talking about, it should definitely blow that all away. Boobera! You shouldn't show someone so creepy the moment they wake up from sleeping, yes? Here we go. Station corner. Ghost. Oh, that's so cool. How odd. I have no memory of any grave like this here in Shokashonjuku. Speaking of which, I don't recall it being the kind of dangerous place where a ghost might show up in the broad daylight. Do I look like a ghost to you? Honestly, I've been uncertain whether you're alive or dead for a long time now. Honestly, I probably should have made a grave for you, but unfortunately I made that promise. That I would make sure to bring him back here. So then stop haunting this place and rest in peace already. Your worldly business has ended, isn't it? Ended. I only thought the other people could saw nonsense like that. Because no matter how many times I try to save the world or how many times I try to destroy the world, there's something I realize will not end. That's why both you and I came here, isn't it? Yeah. The rivalry between these two. Yeah. Sorry to have to tell you, but I don't have time to go offer incense to the ghost of somebody that died a long time ago. Then, what the hell have you been doing these 2 years? If you even threw away those toys for your game of pretend, what the hell have you been searching for? Maybe what the ghost is looking for is another ghost? Gintoki, he's not in your domain anymore. Only a ghost can grab onto the hand of the ghost. Or maybe you're going to come to this side too. Takasugi, you. Yeah. We found you, the wanted man, Takasugi Shinsuke. Now let us arrest you without struggle. Sheesh, they may call themselves a new government, but they haven't made an ounce of progress. They're still chasing around small-time criminals. There's somebody more dangerous than me right there. Right here. Ain't that right, Shiroyasha Dona? Takasugi, I'm going to end it. You're more suited to keep on playing house. You'd better turn back while you still have the chance. Takasugi! You bastard. Are you Takasugi's comrade? Is that how it looked? Sure, let's go with that then. Sounds way better than joining in with you guys. Hold it up there. Backcountry police like this never have the chance to come across scoundrels like you guys. So they don't know how to handle it. Just when I had a ton of spare time on my hands, I caught some pretty tough looking prey for the first time in a while. I can't wait to derust a bit. So the hero that saved the world 2 years ago meets up in secret with his former partner in crime and fell for a devious scheme of his or something. How the hell many times do I gotta tell you? All I said was we conspiring to destroy the world, damn it. Just make an excuse you more. Man. I miss this dynamic with Ijikata and Gintaki. And I guess it's somewhat similar in a way with Takasugi. I guess you could say that Hijikata is like the modern version of Takasugi. Gintoki's rival in some way. You're supposed to be proving yourself innocent right now, you know. Why the hell are you voluntarily confessing such a big conspiracy? There's no way you can pull off something that extreme anyhow. If you already know, then why the hell you're asking for in the first place? Yeah, you got it all figured out. Takasugi called me out here and I hit him with the remote control. Just come up with an excuse, damn it. Why are you voluntarily confessing to another crime now? It's too much of a pain in the ass to come up with excuses. I'm sure you're just gonna torment and execute me as a revenge for being demoted, right? Let's get it over with. Who was demoted? Okay, then what are you doing out here in the boondocks? I get it. If you don't wanna say, we've got plenty of time. Hey, 2 pork cutlet bowls, one with a heaping helping of mayo on top. Yes, sir. Why does it feel like I'm the one being investigated? If you want people to be frank with you, then you gotta be frank with them. That's the ironclad of examinations. Hit me with all the power you cultivated over these 2 years. Give me everything you got, Toshi. What's with that look? What are you watching me with those strict but warm eyes? A lot happened with us in the Shinsengumi. We're just temporarily split up. I may have been transferred to the country, but it's definitely ain't a demotion. Well, it's been 2 years since I left. I've heard Edo's changed a lot, but it looks like you're the same as ever. I've wondered how you'd look now, living your life having abandoned the Yaruzuya and Edo to disappear somewhere for 2 years. Heh, ridiculous. Turns out you've got the same stupid look on your face I've gotten so tired of looking at. So, I gotta ask, why'd you leave Edo Yaruzuya? What the hell have you been doing these 2 years? Did you find anything at that place? Nah, nothing. Not anymore. But there may have been something there a long time ago. And seeing as you guys are staking the place out waiting for that ghost to show up, I'm sure you're well aware. I'm aware of how much work he did to help our side in the war that just ended. But I can't just pretend that didn't happen. 2 years ago, on the day the war ended, Takasugi hid himself while on the verge of death. Did you know that one other thing disappeared from the Amenotori ship? The Tendoshu. When the Liberation Army was declaring how they were going to free the universe from the Tendoshu control, the truth was they've already been captured and that fact was covered up. Though to the casual onlooker and they looked like nothing but lumps of flesh, they were definitely still alive. You know why that is, right? Because immortal blood, Utsuro's blood, was left inside them. And the fact that they disappeared along with Takasugi means... See, recently in the countries that have been freed from the Tendoshu control and have nationalized their Altana, terrorism has become quite frequent. And there are rumors going around that the Tendoshu have been revived. They've come to take back the stolen Altana. I've got no idea whether that's true or not, but either way, something's definitely gotten started. And most likely at the center of it all is that man. Kanagawa's prefecture painting. Maraming Kana's question. I have a question about the pattern of Ginsan's kimono. In volume 3, he had a cloud motif, but what exactly is the pattern? On his 2 years later kimono, I would be very happy to receive an answer. The pattern on 2 years later Ginsan's kimono is honestly something I threw into an assistant because I was out of time. I just told them to make it something like this with a certain nuance. And that's what they gave me. It's probably Ginsan's initial G. It's pretty Ginsan-like in how dumb it is, but I actually kind of like it. Just a short break. I'll be back for a minute. Okay, chapter 674. Mutsu-san, what? What is this? It's the item I was asked for. I don't care if you're going to use it to assassinate the Prime Minister or start the war or whatever. But as far as my knowledge extends, this is the ultimate weapon. Ah, I slept well, yes. It couldn't be. Member of the strongest fighting clan in the universe, daughter of the universe's #1 alien hunter, and also little sister of the greatest pirate brat in the universe. It couldn't be. Heh. This is Mommy's other hometown, yes? Kagura's daughter, Kana. Yeah, another misdirect, another unexpected plot twist. The Final Fantasy still isn't over. So, so what are you saying he did? Back then, Takasugi released a Tendoshu that had been captured inside the Aminatori ship. Inside them is Utsuro's blood, that immortal blood that preserves life. Somehow, he took the possession of those Tendoshu and started committing acts of terrorism all over, targeting different places. Altana. I can say all that with absolute certainty, but it is true, he survived. That guy dyed his hands in blood in order to turn the world that Tendoshu, the world Utsuro made, upside down. That's probably why he lent us his strength in the war 2 years ago. Just what went on with him that he'd do something like lift up the Tendoshu and commit acts of terror, but he's not the type to be picky when it comes to the means of achieving his goals. Still, if he has something Kige wants to get, then just like how you abandoned Edo and the Yorozuya to go off on a journey, he may be willing to turn himself upside down to get it. I didn't do anything big like that. Are you saying there's no point in you talking, so you're not going to? If you will not say anything, then we will be forced to constrain you as a material witness. Is that what you would prefer? If I can lodge here for free, you'd be helping me out. Hijigata-san, it would seem that any further questioning would be meaningless, yeah. But before that, there's one thing I want to ask. Who are you? You kinda just jump into the conversation out of nowhere. Who are you? Huh? You don't know who this is? I thought I might have skipped a week or something when this guy I've never seen before just showed up and started doing stuff like it was perfectly normal. Actually, I was in last week's chapter too. I'm a bit part mob character from the distance through all of my besides my face. Please pay me no mind. Huh? You don't look like a mob character. Wait, you wouldn't happen to be Robo? No, I am Mob Cop. What's a Mob Cop? To be honest, I am a metal policeman #1, introduced by the new government. And today's actually my first day on the job. Hold on right there. You stand out way too much to be a mob character. Could you be quiet for a bit? You're muddling the conversation. Sorry for the late introduction. Sorry, I guess I got a little overzealous for my first day of work. Yorozuya, whether you talk or not is up to you. But depending on what he does, things that previously was preventable may not be preventable anymore. You can't ignore the possibility that he could cause damage to Edo. Are you okay with that? Is that all Edo means to you now? Or is it you still we live in you're distracting us. Damn it, what the hell are you dripping on the ground there anyhow? You just told me to prepare some cutlet bowls earlier, didn't you? I was just making them. Where are you summoning that cutlet up from? Can Robocops do stuff like that? Sorry, I released the mayonnaise right away. We don't want it. And wait, it's over half of her body taken up by cooking implements. You're standing out way too much, damn it. With your face over there, we can concentrate on our conversation. If you're a mob character, read the room a little bit. Then perhaps you should leave the questioning to me, huh? I'm equipped with all sorts of know-how cultivated by the police forces. I can get a man like this to crack easily. Hey, what? All of a sudden you're a big shot? Alright, you bastard. I know you've been insistent here, but you must still have a mother here in your own country, right? What? How cliche can you get? Do you think that sort of appeal to human emotions gonna make a bad-natured guy like this crack? Do you not care about making your mother sad? If I use this weapon installed in my body, I will turn your mother as well as everything within a 3-kilometer radius of her into scorched earth. Wait, so now you're using threats? Sorry, but I don't even know if I've got a mom. What about you? If that metallic body came from your mother's body, then she can't be too happy. That's sheer nonsense. I'm a mob cop mainly drawn by the assistants. There's no one that would be sad because of you, me, is there? I have no memories of what happened before I was remodeled. Hey, why is this mob character showing up in a flashback? But from what I was told, I served as a policeman previously as well. I sacrificed myself for the country, was left in a critical condition as a result of an accident, and then I was offered up as a subject for becoming a mob cop. Enough about you already. Hurry up and get on with the questioning, damn it. Was no one sad back then? Did no one try to stop it? Nobody cares in the first place. Enough of this flashback. No, the fact that even now, not a singular person has been looking for me is a better answer than anything. It's not that I don't remember anything. Everyone forgot about me. In order to avoid facing that fact, I forgot everything. Why are you spilling your guts? Can someone know? Can someone no one feels sad for? Shed so many tears. Even if you've lost your memories, your body still remembers them. It remembers that you once had someone precious enough to shed tears. Hey, what's with the off-the-cuff student discount teacher act giving this nice-sounding lecture? Cut it out. Your comrades just didn't recognize you with your transformed appearance. If you remember everything and make your name known, I'm sure they'll come running. Really? I haven't been forgotten about. Hey. Now who's the one doing the questioning? That's right. Now have no fear and try to remember. Who are you? What connection do you have with Takasugi? Some kind of evil plan? Hey, don't try to fabricate memories to try to pin your crime on somebody else. I think I'm remembering something. I'm almost there. Almost there. Hey, we don't care. Just how many pages are we using for this mob character? My notebook. Where is my notebook? It's the one clue to who I was before I was remodeled. There should still be photos in my police notebook. I think if I look at it now, I would remember. Notebook. Yamaguchi. Man, but that was really sad though. That they're making fun of it now. But back then it was really sad with Yamaguchi. Are you freaking kidding? I remembered everything. Because you guys forget all about me. My body got handed around all over the place, and at the end of it, I got turned into this awesome thing. In the name of healing my body, they kept my original body for 2 years in my poop-stained briefs. Wait, we didn't forget, right? Did we seriously forget about him because of how busy we were with all that happened after that? Nah, we were just like putting it off for a while. You remember me, don't you? We remember. We're really glad you're okay, Shibasaki-kun. You did forget me, didn't you? Somebody, my mob cop's gone on a rampage. Stop him. Ah, you bastard. Hold it right there. Hey, somebody stop that guy. Heh. Looks like you guys are the same as always too. Those guys, the Yorozuyo. Have they been doing okay? Go see for yourself. That goddamn idiot. We've safely delivered the goods. What you use them for now are up to you all. But keep in mind you're leasing that item. It has an owner. If you damage it, there'll be additional charges. Shinpachi-sama. His face. Shinpachi-sama. Hey, what are you doing? I'm excited to go see Edo. If it is okay if I go ahead. Yes. Sorry. It seems that Shinpachi-sama was put into an odd state when he saw you, Kana-sama. Hey, Shinpachi-sama. That probably will not work. He dropped this before, yes? I heard from mommy once that on Earth there are creatures whose main bodies are these. Oh yeah, the joke with the eyeglasses. It's Shinpachi. Wait, who is mommy? See? That was close. I think my heart and my straight man shtick had stopped for 3 minutes. What do you mean you're Kagura-chan's daughter? That can't be right. The Final Fantasy ain't fooling me anymore. You are mommy's underling, Patsan. Yes? Who are you calling underling, damn it? I heard from her that on Earth there are lots of inferior creatures unlike anything I've seen before. Did she do nothing but badmouth me? I wanted to see mommy's other hometown, so I looked for a job that would allow me to come here. But never did I think that you would be involved with that job, Patsan. That's enough. There's no way in hell you're Kagura-chan's child. Who the hell are you? It's only been 2 years since I parted ways with Kagura. There's no way she could have a child your age. First off, Kagura-chan was 14 years old then, so she's only 16 years old now. She wouldn't do something so promiscuous. Jump, and this virgin will let us. Promiscuous? What is that? Is having children promiscuous? What about it is promiscuous? No, it's when it. Stop looking at me with those marble-like eyes. Okay then, let me ask you this. The father. Who's your father? There's no way anybody would do that with Kagura-chan. Ah, banana. No, that's not what I meant. Who's banana? She told me she ate too many bananas, so she vomited and I came out. Wait, so you were given birth to the same way Evil King Piccolo did? Is that just how the Yato clan gives birth? Is that just how it always worked? No, she said someone taught it to her while she was going around the different land all over the universe. Apparently, it is not so much a child as it is a vision. That's not the kind of technique you teach a heroine. I think I recognize those feelers. Then you... Is Kagura-chan doing well? What about Sadoharu? Why? We told you to prepare the weapon for killing the Prime Minister, but you have the wrong weapon. Though this one seems much more interesting. I saw the one for look Hideaki's special is over. I threw it indeed. I have to go back in time, punch me back in January. The smugly declared the manga was gonna end. Oh. Shut up. 675. Wait, no way. Is that meet my comrades at a pier and take the weapons they give you? Katsura won't go down easy. So I got some first-class assassins. Assassins? Could it be? Hey, I leave you guys inspecting the contents of those boxes. These guys, leave it to me. You won't know if the goods are good or bad until you use them. So let's see. Yorozuya. What have you been up to this past 2 years? Oh, a one-eyed Ronin. Sorry, doesn't ring any bells. But given how much of an impact that face has, I'm sure that there's somebody around who remembers him. Yeah, I think I might have seen that face somewhere. Just don't say it. It was me who told you. So scary. Who is this person anyway? Did he do something bad? With that face, he definitely did something. A murder, drugs, etc. It's etc. Is it? That's such an etc. Hey, you all, have you seen this Ronin? He did etc. Seri. Wow, nah, never seen that face anywhere. Oh, a Ronin. Yeah, I saw one a bit ago. I think he went down that way. Hey, you bastard, what do you think you're doing bumping into us and not even apologizing? Alright, if it's a fight you want, I'm already ready to go. I can't stand looking at that conceited face. Look on your face. Got a sword, right? Let's see you use it. Or is it just a decoration? A mighty samurai? Exactly. The only things this could cut is the world in this nation. For an opponent like you, one of those sticks on the ground over there would suffice. You bloody coward. Is the sword between your legs just a decoration too? I'll bet the ladies ain't too happy with it. Heh. Sorry to tell you, but I'm not carrying this sword in order to bring happiness to just one woman. Oh yeah, I remember now. Wielding one sword in order to guide all women from young children to old ladies to happiness is what the feminists do. Hey bro, that's my opponent. Hey, you're kinda overdoing, ain't ya? Whoa. This one's packing heat. I finally got my hands on lead. Shiroyasha, is Shinsuke-sama alive? What are you doing out here? That's what I'd like to ask. Masaki is the actor that played Shinpachi, the actress for Matako and actor for Shinpachi. Oh, are dating in real life. Mata here is crotch and Masakari is broad accent. It's an innuendo. Matako-san, I thought you only had eyes for Takasugi, but in the live action movie, you were doing a little something with Shinpachi, weren't you? Why is that? Who mastered Matako's mata? Who made Masaki's Masakari go full mast? I'd like any details about that you could give me. I'm selling this article to Bunshun magazine. What are you talking about? Oh, kita-san. Hey, wait. Time out, time out. Hey, starting to wanna fight now, are ya? No, I'm not. Oh, kita-san, I thought you were ordered to commit seppuku. Yeah, I died. Both me and the Shinsengumi. Apparently, we're not needed in this peaceful era. Hey, Okita-san, if you're gonna fight, do it someplace else. Saito-san and all of you. But that peace turns out to be nothing but an illusion created by the new government. This country still has swarms of interlopers threatening the peace, both inside and out. Even if the government keeps this clean image, they still got dirty holes in order to keep it so spick and span. So, basically, some stuff be pretty hard to do if we kept carrying the banner of the police. But through some intervention by Totsan and by making use of the political strife with Katsura, we were able to disappear from center stage temporarily. So now we can swing our swords unbound by the country or the law. We've been reborn as a dark organization that enters all those who threaten this country. We are the great nation of Japan's Office of Homeland Security, Environmental Affairs, and Construction Coordination Enforcement. Never mind that. That's too long. Let's just go with the Mafia. After that whole pretentious name, you're just calling it the Mafia. And as you might expect, Kondo-san and Hijikata aren't cut out for dirty work like this, so I ended up in charge. So, but given how you, Yorozu, are acquainted with Katsura, you should be perfect to use in our plan to assassinate him. I think you might be the biggest threat to peace around here. Okita-san, please wait. I'll pull that idiot off the throne no matter what I have to do. So there's no reason for us to be fighting like. So you choose to be our enemy. Honestly, I don't mind either way. As long as it's entertaining, I'm fine with it. He hasn't changed at all, but he's gotten even stronger since then. Hey, how long are you going to keep up this charade? To be honest, as long as I can study mommy's home planet, I do not mind who I walk around with. Do you want me to lend a hand? This is dangerous, Kana-chan. Get back. I can't let you get hurt. What is? I do not see anything dangerous. He has no bloodlust. Because of that, his sword speed is quite slow. And each attack is soft, yes. What is dangerous about that? That was real bloodlust, yes. Interesting. I don't know if you're her kid or you split off from her or what? But you sure as well as hell are a copy of her. Kana-chan, I heard that Earth had lots of strong people besides Yato. I am disappointed. That should finish it, yes? Whoa, I see. So that's how it is, huh? But even if you can kill Katsura with this level of power, what about the other? The other? Even if you all having gathered here is a coincidence, then what about Shinsuke-sama? He ain't dead. Though I don't know if you could honestly call that living. I don't care what he's doing. As long as I know he's alive, I don't care in what form. Ever since he disappeared 2 years ago, we have not stopped looking for him. Knowing him, we were sure he survived, and we thought we might be able to find him here where Shoka Shonjuku once stood. So what are you gonna do if you find him? You're gonna reform the Kihetai and do more evil? Not reform. The Kihetai was never dissolved. We would only aid him in what he was trying to accomplish. Give it up. That guy is probably acting in nobody's interest but his own now. It might not mean anything to anyone else. There might be no great cause or principle he's fighting for. If you set foot there, he might be compelled to stop. The reason he went off in his own was probably something like that. Otherwise, he'd never have left you behind at all. Shiroyasha, you don't mean. If you don't care about that. If you want to stop him, go ahead. I won't stop you. Maybe that's really the right choice. See ya. Shiroya. Hey, old man. I kind of feel like having a drink while rocking on a boat. Take this and go buy some booze, would ya? Hey, just... Who is targeting him? Damn, that's a cool shot. Wow. It looks menacing there. 676. You, we're not being serious, yes? Oh, if boys did mogo-mogo time, people would get angry. If there's a kid I need to get serious against, they're not a kid anymore. But whether you're a woman or a kid or whatever, I'm not so senile I can just sit quietly when there's someone strong in front of me. Mogo-mogo time was a segment shown on a TV at the 2018 Olympics where the women's curling teams were shown eating snacks. And you came here in place of her, right? So going easy on you is unnecessary. Was it you, the one who tried to use Muchi to call mommy here? Mommy told me that the Yoruzuya broke up because of her. So there was no way she could come back to Earth after all this time. So I came instead. What in the world are you trying to do, collecting together people like that? You're not the only ones we were calling. Wanted to use you to call back a certain man. Sakata Gintoki, where are you now and what are you doing? Shiroyasha. Who the hell are they? Yeah. Shiroyasha, there's no escape for you. Let's get that back. Damn. Did I stay in one spot for too long? Man, I just can't catch a break. Shiroyasha, don't get the wrong idea. I just don't want to lose my one lead on Shinsuke-sama here. Darn it, nobody asked you to help. Stay away from here. Don't start acting rash when you don't even know who the enemy is. Ah! Help me, somebody. What happened to the you from 3 panels ago? I heard once about the weakness of the Shiroyasha due to the strange routine. He was cursed to sink like a hammer whenever he goes in water. Huh? We're establishing something like that this late in the game. Wait, hold on. Fruit? This is a reference to One Piece. Yeah. Whether, yeah. Yes, during a watermelon splitting challenge in which he was trying to find it based only on the scent of the sugar content. Then exchange for not being able to swim. He gained a slovenly personality like Droopy Droopy Rubber. Wait, what does that have to do with the fruit? He's just a useless asshole who sings a lead weight. What the hell are you waiting for, Matako? I'm telling you, Takasugi on you. I'm gonna let him know you were drinking Fanta with another man in the life. Man, I don't think they were. I don't think they mentioned this in the anime. I think this is definitely exclusive in the manga. I take that last statement back, Senpai. I think that guy ate the making me sick fruit. Matako-san, intervening any further would be dangerous. Wait up. I think I can get a headshot on him. So Samba. God damn it. I'm at my limit here. Did your mom not tell you? The Yorozuya boss disappeared from Edo 2 years ago, and nobody knows where he's been since. Nobody even knows if he's alive or dead. But if the enemy we fear appears, we're gonna need the boss's power. What's wrong? Your movement suddenly got sloppy. Hey, hold on, no way. Is your dad? I did not have one. I am a duplicate of mommy. I told you I was only born from one parent, yes? You're not just saying that to cover up the misconduct of the worst protagonist in Jump history, are you? No wonder the boss and your mom can't show their faces. I told you that's not what happened. That's enough. There's no point in fighting anymore. On top of that, I cannot allow the Yorozuya to be insulted anymore. That person, Ginsan, not only is he not a pedophile, he has no much sugar intake. He practically has a... What are you talking? I did not come here in mommy's place in order to revive the Yorozuya. If that is what you want, try somebody else. Then why did you come here? Just sightseeing and pleasure seeking? It doesn't look like it. Whatever the reason is, if you're gonna try to be hands off, then try to tear these hands off by force. You do not need to tell me twice. Do you think something like that would be enough to shake you free of my hands? I'll ignore the fact that you're now using a human being as a weapon, but at least hit your target. So far, you've been hitting nothing but beating me up and not each other. Whoa. 66 meters, 20 centimeters. Okay, my turn's next. This records those. When did the rule change? When I haven't felt the sensation of my skin stinging in such a long time. Heh? What nonsense are you saying now? Your mom used to fight with me like this all the time. I can't even tell what the rules are anymore. I think we have crossed swords more than we have exchanged words. But sometimes a sword can be more eloquent than words. Are you guys even fighting each other at this point? At the moment of that flash where you exchanged that pack of lies you came up with out of nowhere, I Mogu Mogu. I do not quite understand, but I suppose so, yes? We don't need a Mogu Mogu time. Your mom is actually already here on Earth, isn't she? She's probably right now watching this scene play out. The truth is, she couldn't help worrying about the people still here on Earth. But she felt ashamed for having left Earth, so she couldn't show her face. So she decided to send in her daughter so she could secretly watch from the shadows, right? She's gotten pretty shrewd in the short time I haven't seen her. Is that the type of person you are? I thought if I tormented your daughter, she'd come out of hiding. But it looks like you're still being stubborn. Hopefully you can hold back much longer. Who knows what might happen to your daughter? Who the hell have you been blabbing on with? June. Call her. Scream out for your mom to help you. Kana-chan. No, maybe this one will get some results. Ah. This looks more bloody than in the anime. Oh, damn, yeah. How's it going, Mastermind? Kana-chan. Nope, looks like she's finally come back. Our beloved stubborn brat. Yeah, I think I might have to end early because I don't know, my throat is struggling, and I'll continue tomorrow again, same time. So yeah, I think we've only been able to do a few chapters, but I'll try to do more tomorrow. But yeah, my throat is kind of struggling right now. I don't know why, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed my read through, and yeah, we're getting the meaty part of the arc so far, with the I guess with the where everyone is starting to gather again, and eventually we'll get to Edo again. And yeah, I think yeah, I still remember these parts with Takasugi and Gintoki, and then eventually they'll introduce the whole reason why they're trying to do this. And yeah, I think there's only, I don't know, I think there's only few parts that are very different in the anime than here in the manga. So yeah, but let me know if there's what's different here in the manga than in the anime. So I would really appreciate that, and I hope you enjoyed my read through. And if you did, if you want to support the channel, leave a like or subscribe if this is your first time here. You could also support my channel through super chats or super things, and you could also join memberships for exclusive live streams or exclusive other reaction videos. And I hope you enjoyed this reaction. Thanks, this read through. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you in my next video or live stream. Goodbye.